you said something earlier that I found kind of ironic that you said it because I was one of the things I wanted to bring up. Um, and you were talking about like from your first to your 50th show or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, so I was going to ask you about your your first time like making the mental decision to like get on stage, right? And going from I don't know how long you thought about that before you actually did it, but can you kind of like walk through that or tell the
No.
story? You're like, no, that's all the time we've got, folks.
No, that's not gonna happen. No, I'm just playing. Well, with me, the weird thing with me is I kind of always had a feeling that was something I would want to do, but I didn't know how.
Even way back in the day, like
Oh yeah, oh
um,
yeah. In high school, they said that I would be a when they predict shit or whatever prediction, they said I'd be a comedian,
that's
and
crazy.
yeah, but
It's not though. You've always been like the funny guy. Not we'll get to the story in a second, but
yeah,
hey, can you tell me about this? And then I fucking take a left turn on you. But you've always been like the funny guy around, like the funny guy in the group.
right,
Um,
right, the silly bastard, right.
right.
But so so excuse me, right in the mic, real classy. Just cough right in that bitch. Like, hi, how you doing? No,
You might want to rotate that little windscreen.
right. But no, so I don't know. Probably like 6 or 7 years ago. Because I was always trying to, work a full-time job. Didn't really think I can do it. I think I started listening to a lot of podcasts,
Mm.
and you when you don't think you can actually do something, like when you're a kid and you're growing up and you don't really know about that world or how you can get in there and do something, you don't really think it's possible. You're
Yeah,
just like, okay,
about any
that's
world.
right. Yeah, pretty much. But once I started listening to a lot of comedian podcasts and understanding that there is a route to do it, and this is what you have to do. And I took all that information, and one day I was at work, and I just decided I was gonna do it. I was gonna go to an open mic and get
Mm.
on stage. Didn't tell anybody. Nobody needs to know. Nobody.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
that's the first thing
Let
I'll
me
tell
see
people.
if this works even a little bit before I go
And that's
telling
how and
people.
that's how you know you're serious. When you don't feel you need to brag about it or tell people you're about to do it. Because before that, I used to joke around and tell lies to people. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to I've been doing comedy and I'm gonna stand up and stuff like that. But I wasn't doing it at all.
Mhm.
And
Just
then
blowing
once
smoke.
just blowing smoke, trying to fit in, trying to, impress
Yeah,
a girl or whatever,
yeah,
whatever I was trying to do. But bullshitting. I
right.
think that's what they call that, bullshitting. But once I made the decision to actually do it, I signed up and went and did it. And exhilarating.
Yeah,
I finally felt alive.
yeah.
It was only a 3-minute set. It had to be clean. You know, I got
Dang,
a dirt. I got
3
a
minutes.
3 minutes, and I left
That's
the stage like I felt like Superman. Like, man,
that's
I'm the shit.
damn.
Drove an hour after work to get there in time to sign up, and yeah, 3 minutes. I think I was like the last out of like 50 or 60 comics. Wait, 50. So it was about an hour and a half. Yeah, it's about 50 comics there. Bums. The whole environment was like loped out. Like there was
You're
bums
like,
there.
do I really want to do this?
I
So
signed up. There was a go ahead.
let me step you back a minute. So you had the thought, and then did you just start Googling like open mics, I'm assuming, in your area?
Yes, yes. I soon as I found out, okay, this is what you do. This is what you have to do. You don't just magically become a comedian. You gotta
Right.
you gotta go to open mics.
Mm.
And that was from, all the podcasts I'd hear and
Uh,
all their approaches and stuff. Because before you just didn't you don't know. You're
yeah.
not in that world. But anyway, so once I realized that was the route I needed to take, there was a comedy club up here called Backdoor Comedy. It's in Dallas. It's inside a hotel. It's like a little
Mhm.
off room inside the hotel lobby. It's real loked out, but quotation marks, it is a comedy club.
Yeah.
And you have to call a week in advance to get put on. So I thought, okay, that's weird. So I called the lady, she picks up, she's like, yeah, come on down. It's 3 minutes. Can't use any bad words. And
She just said, fuck that.
right. Fuck you. Give me a
Oh,
break.
man.
You know, talk about putting the handcuffs. But anyway, so I was like, okay, well, whatever, you know. And now I get why she did that, because it kind of trains you to, you know, because you can get on stage and say fuck 5 times and people would giggle. You know what I mean? But if you
she wanted like 3 minutes of you.
Substance, like,
Yeah, I
you
got
know,
you. That's actually kind of smart.
yeah. She, you know, she takes the approach of trying to train people. She has a class. I never took it, but so yeah, I called her. You know, I Googled. I didn't know about other comedians having their own rooms or bars or anything like that. I didn't think about that. I just thought about calling a comic club and seeing when their open mic was. But you know, first I did the Google search. There's lots of comedy clubs in Dallas area, and that was the one. That was my lane. You know what I mean?
What made you choose that one out of curiosity?
It was smaller. It was
lower pressure, probably.
Low pressure. It wasn't at one of the big main comedy clubs around here, like, you know, Hyenas or
like, you really didn't want anybody to know. Not even the people there.
Exactly.
We get up in front of 2 people.
Most people, yeah. I didn't mind. I think my first set, there was probably like 5 or 6 people in the audience. And the people that were there had been waiting like 2 hours to get on stage like me. So
damn.
But it's at a hotel lobby. There was a bar. There was a TV. I think the Warriors were playing that night.
Was the TV at least muted?
Well, yeah, it was outside.
Okay.
Like the bar is kind of outside in the main lobby. And then like you go around and there's like a little room to where the comedy club was. They had you know, folding chairs on each aisle, probably like 20 to 30. They had a little aisle down the middle and a tiny stage, bright light, completely dark, low ceiling. So the whole vibe of the place is cool.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like the perfect spot to just.
Yeah, it was low ceiling. It was real dark, so you couldn't really, you know, shit yourself when you saw people's faces. But the people in the front row, it was really a surreal moment, because it was completely out of body. Like when I saw there was a girl sitting in the front row, and when I and I didn't know what I was doing, so I was like pretending I was a comedian. I wasn't natural at all, so I was like, you know, telling jokes like, what was the joke? It was a tattoo joke, you know, about Black people being too dark for tattoos. But anyway, real cheesy, corny. And one day, I was talking like that and shit. Gotcha. But when I looked at that girl's face, I almost shit my pants, because it was like, whoa, because it was so dark, you don't really see anybody, and you're flying by the seat of your pants. Your first time going on stage, you're nervous.
3 minutes. The story of this is already taking longer than that. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, I can't believe they only give you 3 minutes. But I guess in
there's a ton of people there. Bums come in there.
That's probably a lot of, maybe it's plenty of time for a stand-up comic who's starting up.
Oh yes,
starting out.
That's all you need. if you're running an open mic for brand new comics, or if it's a low level open mic, that's all you need, dude.
You might want people to take less time than that. I'm just thinking, man, it takes me 3 minutes to set my gear up once I get up on stage. Like,
yeah, she has the right idea. She really does. Yeah. The person that runs that open mic, because it's so bad. Everybody's so bad because we don't know what we're doing, and we're just, you know, everybody's just flying by the seat of their pants trying to do shit, and it's just,
yeah.
You know that feeling when you're watching something like real douchey on TV, and you just gotta, man, I gotta change the channel. That's
can't fast forward that.
Everybody who goes up, for the most part, is kind of like that, just because we don't know what we're doing. But
makes sense.
I got a few laughs.
That's good.
Had somebody tape it. Everybody was real friendly, and it's you know, she's trying to cultivate a little, you know, nice little, you know, environment.
Yeah.
For brand new comics.
That's cool.